Hello and welcome to the show. I am back here on Forza 7 going to be building another Rallycross car. Today's vehicle is the Ford Woody. Now this does have a relatively large amount of pedigree when it comes to rallying. You see, it did win a Horizon 3 rally car build series. It was very, very quick indeed. At the particular course, we had the car tackling. But is it going to be fast on Forza 7 with our Rallycross circuit? I don't know. I have no idea. The chances are the car is going to be quick. The chances are the Woody is going to be very, very fast down the straights. It is relatively... I say relatively light. Actually, it's not quite as light as I thought it was. But it's going to have plenty of power. It's going to have plenty of power in this. It's, you know, got stacks of PI for us to play with. 245s at the front are not the... it's only going to be 245s all round. Not the biggest tyres on this. Of course, we have got to make the vehicle all-wheel drive. The standard engine is never, ever getting even remotely near the top of S-Class. Our options... 7.7 litre Hemi or the 6.2 litre V8. And, well, I like the Hemi engine, do not get me wrong. We're going to go with the 6.2. It is lighter and will get more power. Whether we're going to get all the way to the top of its power, I'm not sure how the Woody is going to fit in the class system on Forza 7. Now, as tempting as it would be to run with the surfboard on the roof, we do actually need some downforce. So naturally, we will grab the Forza wing. We want to get rid of some weight if we can. In fact, we want to get rid of a lot of weight from this car. I mean, the wood paneling doesn't help. Let's be honest here. Sometimes these old cars are actually surprisingly light. I thought the Woody was one of those, but no. No, it is not. No, it is not at all. So we're going to try and chuck as much weight as we can. Roll cage, very, very important for that. Well, stop the wobble chassis from from having issues. Full weight reduction does get it down to 3,100 pounds. By the time we're done, we might possibly get it under... the 3,000 pound mark, although the chances are we're going to be sticking turbos or supercharger on the engine, which is going to then bring it back up again. We'll probably go turbos. I have a sneaky suspicion this might need all of the horsepower it can get. So yeah, twin turbos or a positive displacement supercharger as opposed to the negative displacement superchargers. Right, turbos it is. We're up to S-Class now with the Woody. I'm slightly terrified. This is not going to be an easy vehicle to drive. It's not going to be an easy vehicle, or perhaps a nice vehicle even, to get round the corners. Brutally fast down the straights, I would imagine. The Durango was 900 horsepower, and that weighed over, what 1,500 pounds more than this. So, yeah, there is going to be a lot of power in this. Now, I haven't gone for full camshafts because I do want to get the upgrades on the turbos. Up to 841 horsepower with the upgraded turbos. In all of this, we can get 856 horsepower. Okay, that's plenty of power. That is plenty of power for the Woody. Can I sneak on? No, is the answer. I cannot sneak on a flywheel. For a vehicle with just 245 tyres, it helps, of course, that everything's all-wheel drive here, but that's a lot of power going through a very old chassis. We've tried to help it with, you know, modern suspension, roll cage and whatnot, but there's still a lot of power through an old chassis and quite small tyres. I think the Woody might struggle, but then I never expected it to win on Horizon, so you never know. So, we have come to the Virginia International Raceway with our crazy contraption where I am going to have 5 laps to try and go, well, as fast as possible. The target, 1:15.2. laid down by the Lancia 037. Our current slowest car, the Kia Stinger, is a 16.8. The two Dodges at 16.5, sorry, with the Audi Quattro at a 15.8. So if we can get into the 116s, we're doing pretty well, I think, with this car. I'm expecting it to be a real handful. I'm expecting this to be quite difficult to drive. Now, again, I have thought that in the past, but we will have to wait and see. The acceleration should be good in this car. Straight line speed should be pretty nice in the Woody. Ooh, the braking, questionable. That was from a... Oh, God, the falling over might also be an issue. Oh, no, we're not... Okay, we have no grip, we have no brakes, and it runs the risk of falling over through the corners. Well, it would probably fall over in the wet very, very easily. In the dry, of course, fall-to-force will stop the car from tumbling over. But, oh, that's not good news in terms of the, well, likelihood of the Woody to be a front runner. Of course, we do have these two dirt corners for us to deal with. And it doesn't feel too bad through here so far. It's quite difficult to judge in many ways if it is going quickly through there in comparison to previous cars. Now, I'm going to hazard a guess that we are not going to be flat out through this left-hander. That would be a correct assumption. It's really not going to be flat out through that left-hander up towards the final corner. We're going to be very, very, very sideways. Come on, Woody. There we go. We're around. And then we launch it down towards the start-finish line. I mean, it's a couple of seconds off through the standing start laps, but we did have some offs along the way as well. Straight line speed is mighty impressive. It's 167 miles an hour, which I believe is the fastest that we have seen go in this series so far. But then it is a big grab on the brakes for turn one, a big two-wheeled moment as well. We'll come crashing back down again. Where the hell do I brake here? Get a guess nice and early. Oh, nice and early was probably a good shout there, all things considered. Nice and early was probably a very good shout there. It's fine. We are through the chicane just about in all of that. Yeah, it feels, oh God, it feels like it's okay in these dirt sections, but we cannot clip a curb. We clip a curb and we are in all sorts of trouble. Oh, we've overshot, I think, the hairpin a little bit too much there. There's all sorts of wonky lines just from the curb here. Yeah, it's not actually going to roll the car. I mean, if there was no Forza Force affecting the vehicles, I have no doubt that this thing here probably would be able to go over fairly easily. Let's be honest, at this circuit. However, it's certainly enough to put you wide of corners and to get you in trouble. Not really done that final corner very well either. Okay, there is definite room for improvement. We can definitely do better with this car. We're going to need to. It's a 19.6 for the Woody here. Now, can we get away with braking at the cones? Oh no, we can't. We actually have to brake before the cones. It will be the first vehicle. God, there, yeah. The braking performance in this car leaves a lot to be desired, I will say that much. The braking performance in this car is far from great. There's a lot of weight, I guess, going through some very small tyres, and it is not going so well for the Woody. Yeah, we can do this. This first bit of dirt is not too bad in the car. Now we've got to turn in. Still clipped it. So we've got to kind of turn in to this part, because I don't want to really be going out wide over here where the Woody is happy to be very, very sideways. I want to take a tighter line, but when I do that, we hit the curb on the inside. And that's not really helping matters. That is not really helping matters at all. Oh, okay, it's actually kind of grip rules on its own through that corner. Yeah, the actual grip for the tarmac parts is a problem in the Woody. Oh God, it's now very sideways out of the final corner. We're all right. We'll just boot it and hope for the best. That seems like a sensible idea. There is definitely time to be found. I'm not sure quite how much time there is to be found in this, but there is time to be found. Oh, okay, that was about spot on for turn one. We've avoided the curb. It's a bit of a slide. They're trying to catch it, wasting so much time fighting the vehicle. Yeah, we We were not, despite getting the braking perfect, because we were too busy fighting the car. We're up on 2 wheels into the first of the dirt sections now. I'm trying a little bit of a different approach through there. It's a little bit of a calmer entrance, and I wonder if we can manage the same thing up over here. Now, don't fall over on the way in to the dirt section. Calmly does it around the end bit, and then punch our way out the other side. Yeah, that's neat. It's unspectacular. It's very unspectacular, but it's faster. We've made a second in all of that. It is definitely the way to go. I don't even know if we hit that curb or whether that was just the car doing its own thing up on 2 wheels. I think it might have been just the car doing its own thing. That's a terrifying, terrifying thought. We're better around the final corner as well. Okay, we've got one more lap. We've got one more lap with this car. We're into the 17 to 17.5 for the Woody. It's not too shabby. It's not too shabby at all things considered. Oh, please stop. Please stop for turn 1, you terrifying, terrifying contraption. We're not going to improve, I don't think. We're off on the grass. Somehow we've only managed to lose 1/10 of a second in all of that. We're going to lose a lot more down here. Yeah, I can't stop the damn thing. I thought we were good. I thought we were good on the exit of turn 1 with this, and it's just mad is what it is. It is just mad. There is not much control that I have in this car. There is kind of a vague idea of where it might possibly be pointing at some point during a during its lap, and that's about it. It's monstrously fast accelerating. I will give it that much. It is very, very good getting out of these corners when it's not wheeling, when it's not trying to fall over. Doesn't even require curbs to be going up onto 2 wheels, so that's a little bit of a problem for the car. That will be its final run across the line. Yeah, 27.2 for all of that. Go on, Woody. We'll let you do what I know you want to do. And flip. It should be a happy Woody now. It's done the roles that it was so desperate to do. And there we go. It is going to become our slowest car yet around this course, but it's not by as far as you might expect. Again, this series does continue to be producing fairly similar lap times. The 17.5 will put the vehicle in 6th place, but it is only a second away from, well, the Dodge Omni, a second away from the Dodge Durango, and 0.8 of a second away from the Kia Stinger. That's not bad going. It's less than 2 seconds away from the Audi Quattro. So, considering what sort of vehicle this is, especially the difficulties we have in terms of the braking is appalling, and its tendency to try and go up onto 2 wheels around corners, being within a second of the rest of the pack, bloody good going. That is bloody good going indeed for the Woody. Yeah, it's not going to be the victor of this series. It's not going to be the victor of the series, but it might not come last. I feel like there might be worse cars. That though is going to be it for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, a goodbye.